Hi everyone, welcome to TGIF. My name is Vishnu Agarwal and I'm the host for today's episode. So as we meet customers every single day, one of the key asks that we get that I have my Databricks subscription in place and we have Microsoft Fabric at the same time. How can we bring the best of the both world together so that I can create an end-to-end data analytics solution? So to discuss more about it, I would like to invite Nilesh Khatri for a short conversation. Hi Nilesh.
Hello Vishnu, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you for being here.
I'm excited to be here and speak about Fabric and Databricks.
Yeah, sure. So as you know that our customers are really excited about leveraging Fabric and they have Databricks at the same time. So how do Databricks and Fabric integrate together to make it as an end-to-end solution?
Sure, that's a very valid question, and I must say that Fabric is created keeping in mind that we already have Databricks in our portfolio.
Okay.
So if you really look at Databricks is really integrated on our Azure portal, and the engineers have really worked hard to integrate it like one first party solution.
Okay.
So when we look at integrating Databricks and Fabric, there are various components which are integrating together. The first one which I want to highlight is, let's say, the visualization that you do that on Power BI.
Okay.
For that, given that we had a separate tenant altogether earlier, now that we have everything together onto single platform of Fabric, the integration between Power BI and Databricks is fantastic.
Okay.
It's just one click away and you can see the entire catalog of Databricks into Power BI seamlessly. So that's the first integration touch point that we have. The second one that we have is the kind of data governance that we have in Databricks of Unity Catalog that can be really taken to the next level and integrated well to see that we are able to see the entire data governance at a high level within the Azure portfolio. That's second integration.
Yeah.
The third one which I want to highlight is the mirroring capability, wherein you can see the entire catalog in Fabric effectively, so that people can use for any other further analytics requirement that they have.
Okay, great point. So Nilesh, I'd also like to know, so when we are using Fabric and Databricks together, are we creating multiple copies of the data? Are we creating redundancy?
No.
How does it work?
So yeah, that's a very good question. So the whole idea of Fabric is to have one single copy of data.
Yeah.
So that remains true even when your data is in Databricks. So what we do is, when we are talking about mirroring capabilities, we are copying the metadata of Databricks in Fabric, which means that I'm just creating a pointer.
Okay.
And when I'm actually utilizing my queries on top of it, that's the time it will go to Databricks and pull data out and serve the query. It's not copying the data in Fabric over there.
Okay, great. So you've also mentioned about data governance, which is an important aspect of a solution.
Absolutely.
Right. So we have Purview at one end and Unity Catalog with Databricks. So should we use Purview or Unity Catalog to as a single pane for data governance?
So I would not say either or, I would say both.
Okay.
Now how do you use both?
Okay.
So when you talk about Unity Catalog builds data governance for all the data that is in the ambit of Databricks. When you look at Purview can do data governance for the entire data estate that you have in Azure, in which Databricks could be just one component or one source to it. And the kind of integration that we have done with Unity Catalog and Purview is fantastic. Okay. So for example, when you are doing this data policies out there in Purview, if you want to percolate down into Unity Catalog, that's effectively done. All the cataloging that we have in Unity Catalog and the metadata you want to share with Purview, it's fantastically done. So it's actually using both together and not either or.
Okay, sure. Thank you for sharing your perspective, Nilesh. I would love to see a demo on the top of it.
Well, sure. Let me share my screen where I'll be talking about how Databricks and Fabric can do a wonderful job when talking about using presentation layer on top of Databricks.
So let me quickly show you a quick demo on how we can integrate Databricks with Fabric Power BI. Now I'm at the console of Databricks, wherein you can see I have created various tables, and there are also relationship established between the tables that I have. For example, when I look at my customer table, I have a primary key which is having a foreign key with my region, and the nation is having a foreign key with my region as well. Now I'm connecting to Power BI directly, selecting what I need to publish, and I'm selecting by how I want to publish the data, what mechanism I want to use, and I can say publish the data. The moment I do that, it will ask me to open the same model in Power BI. And when I go in Power BI and I open up the semantic model and I open the data model, I can see the all 4 tables which I selected are available for me to consume further. Not only those tables which I selected, but also the relationship between them. For example, region to nation, nation to customer is also being made available for me to consume it further. So with that, we can see how the integration works from Databricks to Power BI right within the console of Databricks.
Thank you, Nilesh, for showing that wonderful demo. And thank you for being here and sharing.
Thank
your
you. Thank
point
you
of
very much. Hope this is helpful to our customers and
absolutely.
viewers out.
So you've heard how Microsoft Fabric and Databricks complement each other to create an end-to-end data analytical solution with a layer of data security and governance on the top of it. With that, see you next week in another episode of TGIF. Bye bye.